Charlie Lamb is putting together an MVP-type season. Near the top of every major category, he'll look to be a major contributor once again today. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. All right, we'll be back to get this one started. One out man at first. Here's Yordan Alvarez.
Let's go, Adam.
The 0-2. What a stop. There's one. Double play. What a great. One down. Charlie Lamb will hit next.
These two guys, a lot of respect for one another.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
I see you working, big guy. Good job. Way to get on base.
Step off, throw to first. And he dives back in safely. Beltran matched a homer in his last game. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Oh, that's off the plate. Ball two.
One out and a runner at second as we play game one of this four-game series.
As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage.
Outside.
Ball, that's outside.
Ball three. And ball four to avoid.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
First and second, one out. Josh Werner up now for the Brewers.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
2 on, 1 out. That one at the knees for a strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about. But some way, somehow, climb back into this at bat through the count.
And a 1-2.
Ball, that's out.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
In the air, left field. And that is foul. The 2-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
That's a ball.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Check swing, appeal to first. No, he held up. Got him swinging for the strikeout. No outs, runner at first. And next for the Cubs, Kalen Culpepper. Up the middle. Oh, a great flip. One at second, and that's a double play. Wow. Back here at American Family Field. On to the third inning. Now the Cubs catcher, number 18. Out to short, Lamb. Fires to first on the run, and they get the out.
Good two-seam action right there, running away from the batter. Rolled over it, got the ground out.
Lamb steps in. He's had a lot of success against this pitcher, Singy.
Yeah, he's like a DJ with the timing booth, just mixing barrels, and bad intentions every time they face off.
Deal one. And a swing and a miss.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Tied up here in the early going. Out towards right center field. Chavez should have this one. That's out number 2. Back here in Milwaukee, leading off, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. Zips it to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Now the left fielder, Zach DeZenzo. Swing and a bouncer out to short. Leadoff man retired in the 6th. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. And now the right fielder, Wayland Chavez. On the ground to the left. Throws to first in time. So 2 down. And now it's going to be Ellie De La Cruz. This ball's chopped on the ground. Throws to first in time. They don't come any quicker. Back here at American Family Field, Charlie Lamb up now. Top 5 at OPS and climbing. It's been a loud season for him.
Yeah, he's walking, slugging, and raking. A total threat for this lineup. You can count on competitive at-bats every time.
This one in the air center field. Crow Armstrong has a beat on it, and there's 1 down. 1 down. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Pete Crow Armstrong. The 1-2. Swing and a ball popped up. Lamb settles under it. And there's 2 away. Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb. He's one of the best players in the game.
Ball inside.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
There's a swing and a drive. Chavez going back. Out of here. Into the visitors' bullpen. A solo shot. Home run number 40 on the year. And they're chipping away. It's 4-2. This crowd has really come alive. This place is loud.
Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
So 2 down. Michael Arroyo up now for the Brewers. Swing and a ground ball. Gloves it on the dive. To his knee, the throw. And that'll do it. Lamb with his 40th homer of the season in this game.
And still racking up the long balls, Boog. I love the energy in the stands when he comes to the plate. The crowd knows there's always a chance he's going to treat him to a special moment.
Lamb digging in. This matchup has been one-sided and not in the pitcher's favor, Chris.
Yeah, probably circled this one when the schedule came out. Might as well hand him the remote. He's been in full control in this one.
This looks like extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And that's a 2-bagger.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. DeBrew was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Base hit. Lamb headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. The tag.
On the tag, he's out.
Second inning set to go. Now the Cubs 4-hole hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong. Swing and a ball popped up. One up, one down.
Got the pitch that he wanted. Just a little bit quick. Front shoulder open. Backside collapsed a little bit, and the launch angle not where he needed it to be.
Ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. Lamb locks in. You could feel it. Big moment here.
Yeah, everyone in the yard just sat up in their seats. So did I, Boo.
And that one fouled off.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Man at second. Way out front for strike two. Up the middle. Nice grab to first. Nicely done for the out. So digging in, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Out to short. Lamb. To second, there's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. Back here in Milwaukee, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
Well, these Brewers doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They have yet to strike out, and they're averaging more than a hit per inning. That's a great recipe for success right there.
And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Tosses to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. Go ahead run on base. Pete Crow Armstrong the next to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throw to first in time. So two down. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. 1 for 3. That one is absolutely belted. And a foul ball.
Well, he got a first pitch breaking ball right there that he clearly liked the look of. Just needed to let it travel a little longer.
That one way inside. High fly ball out towards left field. Carrying well. And that one is out of here. A 2-run blast. His 41st home run of the season. And they add on. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
All set to start the ninth in this one. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Yordan Alvarez. On the ground, Lamb. And they get the leadoff man in the ninth. Here's Josh Young.
Let's go Brewers.
2 on, 2 outs. High fly ball, right field. Tibbs under it. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb had a sensational showing in the win.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Charlie Lamb with a Lamb digging in and singing. This pitcher's been living rent-free in the batter's head.
Yeah, it's definitely been a one-sided matchup, Boog, but with one good at bat, he could evict this squatter right now.
The 0-1.
No.
Lamb launched a homer in his most recent game. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there are 2 outs. Here's Josh Young. Two on, 1 out. Grounder might be 2. Flips it. There's 1 on to first. Double play. Josh Young digs in now. Two on, 2 outs. Up the middle. And they're happy to just get off the field after that. Lamb steps to the plate. They're trailing, but here's an opportunity to reel it in. RBI chance.
Yeah, Boog, chance to be the big fish right here. This is exactly who they want in a spot like this.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here in game 3 of this 4-game series. Ground ball left side. A sliding stop. Over to first. In time. Got him. And that'll do it. First and second here. No outs. On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. And they turn the double play. Now it's the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. And a little something extra at stake in this at bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
The Cubbies up big in this one. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. In the dirt. Ball 2.
No, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some time.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And out of here. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they cut into the deficit. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. That's just a great feeling as a hitter. You let the ball travel, tracked it pretty nicely. He's almost beat there, but he gets the bat head in time, and it's true enough to stay fair. I mean, that's a good feeling when you can hit an opposite field home run, and he did it right there.
The 1-0. Runner on the goal.
Outside, that's the ball.
Misses. Save. De La Cruz gets his first steal of the game.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he had.
Man at first. Next is the designated hitter, Davis Schneider. The 0-1. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. The runner scores all the way from first as they cut into the lead.
Picks himself up an RBI. Really good swing right there. You got to pick.
Now the catcher up to hit, Jefferson Caro. Up the middle, base hit into the outfield. Coming home, here's the throw to the plate. Save!
Oh, he got it!
Save! From second, scores on the play. Back to the top of the order, digging in, James Tibbs III. Into center. And it falls. And now 2 aboard. Here comes the manager.
For the Cubs, number 37, Porter Todd.
0-1.
2 on, 2 outs. This one in the air, center field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs slug their way to a win in this one. Lamb kept that hitting streak going. Had only 1 hit, but made it count with a homer.
Oh, Boogie definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
Here's some real power at the plate. Charlie Lamb. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Way back there, it's got a chance. And gone! The 2-run shot. That's his 4th home run of the series. The Brewers score first. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Man at first with 1 gone. So up next for Chicago, Zach DeZenzo. And he hits a ground ball right side. Hernandez to second. Double play. What a clean killing. Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
These two guys, a lot of respect for one another.
This one in the air, center field. And there's one away. 1 down. Here's the catcher to hit, Sean Ryder. Out to short. Lamb. Slinging it to first in time. And up next for Chicago, Koji Saito. Ground ball up the middle. Lamb. And they go down fast. 3 outs on 3. 1 out. Runners at first and second. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong on the move. He's got it. 2 down. Top of inning number 7. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Pete Crow Armstrong. Out to short. Lamb. Fires over to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Lamb steps in. They've got the edge, but the job is not done. He's looking to keep the line moving.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a little insurance, Boo.
That's a ball. Went with the sweeper. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
That's ball 2.
Left field. And that will fall. And the leadoff man aboard.
Nice, nice.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Action in the pen down there. Steven Bridges getting loose out there.
Ball.
Swing and a miss. That's the first sinker we've seen today, and it was effective. So now with 1 away and a man at second, And here is Trent Grisham.
Inside ball. Ball 2.
Next pitch
Ball,
is
that's
outside.
out.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Bounced up the middle. There's one. Throw home, not in time. The run scores. And it's now a 6-run lead. So a man at first. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Charlie Lamb. This one in the air, right field. Chavez on the move. Nice grab on the run. 2 down. Here comes the 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Grisham under it. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers take the finale and earn a split of this 4-game series. Lamb was a big contributor for them in the win.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb.
Charlie Lamb.
Lamb went deep in his most recent game. And the 1-0. Nice grab. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there. Quick move to first, and he's back safely. Runner on the move. Pitch misses inside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets into scoring position.
Holmes steps on the bag, got the out. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. He's been a great free agent sign.
As a pitcher, you don't want to throw him get-me-over fastballs just for strikes. You really need to command your pitches to this guy at the plate.
Swing and a foul out of play. Way inside. Swing and a miss, and that is that. Runner on at first with one gone, and now the first baseman, Ryan Holmes.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately, under the Mendoza lines.
Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Back here at Coors Field, bottom of the inning, Willie Francisco digging in for the Rockies. Swing at a ground ball. Lamb. That's one out, the bottom of the second. can't pick it up cleanly. Still able to fire over.
He's good.
Save. It was never going to be easy after the misplay.
The first baseman, number 33, Francisco. Well done.
Runner takes off. Pitch outside. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Yeah. That's ball 2.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. Battling here as he fouls it away. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Now
Ball
one
3.
miss. And ball
That's
4
ball 4.
to a
Take your
board.
bait.
When you go that deep into an at-bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
The hitter is clearly giving him trouble early on in this one. I want to see him ready to swing against that pitch just a little more often.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Nothing happening on the bases, though. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Ball
Good
1.
slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. Tied up here in the early going. On the ground to the left, and it hits the bag. Runner around third. He scores, and they have the lead. Here comes the runner. Relay throw home. Safe. He beats it. And it's 3-1. Back here in Denver, bottom of the 4th, Curtis Mead digging in for the Rockies. Ground ball up the middle. What a stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Comes up empty. And a good eye there.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of.
In the air, right side. Chorio has a beat on it. He's got it. Both runners tagging. Aim to score from third. And they take a 3-run lead. 1 out. Runner at second. Willie Francisco digging in for the Rockies. Man at second. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first. That's it out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Lamb now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Tiggs aboard here at first with nobody out.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
In the air, right field. Takes it in for the out. One away.
Up next to Milwaukee, the first baseman, number 33, Francisco.
Bottom of the eighth.
Leading
Here's
off
the Rockies'
for the
leadoff hitter,
Rockies,
Chet
not
Williams.
Chet Williams.
The 0-1. Up the middle. Sends it to first.
No, he's down.
And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the eighth. One down. Next to hit for the Rockies, Winston Shoemaker. Lined into left center. Should be extra bases. Not stopping. He's going for three. The throw to third, and he's out trying for three. Next for Colorado, Jackson Chourio. Chop back up the middle. Oh, he gloves it from his knees. The throw in the dirt. Can't quite pick it, and that would have been a beautiful play. 2 outs, runner at first. Curtis Mead digging in for the Rockies. This one in the air. Hernandez gets under it. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers slug their way to a win in this one. Lamb had a solid game for them, a real contributor.
I'm sure they're glad they got the win, but if he's going to be a driver for their offense, he needs better days than this. Some good signs in this one, though.
One down. And the batter now, Charlie Lamb. This one in the air. Holmes under it. And the first baseman makes the catch. Jackson Chourio digging in for the Rockies. And the 0-1. Out to short, Lamb. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. All loaded up. Ryan Holmes digging in for the Rockies. Chopped on the ground. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing. Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. He knows his way around the bases, Chris. Nobody in the league has scored more runs this year. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Two down, nobody on. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. 80 stolen bases for him this season. How is that possible? Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series.
Hey!
Runner goes again. He's in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate.
Struck him out swinging. They limit the damage here. Lamb steps in. RBI opportunity here.
Yeah, Boog, important to try and close the gap. One at bat can tilt the scale.
Fought off foul. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and it's 8-3. Step off throw to first. Lamb dives back in safely. Here goes the runner. Ball misses.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Stirring in the Colorado bullpen, Kyle Bradish. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening.
That's a ball.
Challenge from behind the dish here.
Well, and those hitters' counts sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
That's too
Ball
low.
3.
Ball 3.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And ball 4
Take
to
your
aboard.
break.
Did miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
First and second, 2 outs. Josh Werner up now for the Brewers. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Two on, 2 outs. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Squirts away a little bit. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. A gigantic blast. His 16th homer of the year, and they cut into the deficit. It's 8-6.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
So up next, Ryan Holmes. The 0-1. Runner on the move. Right side, hard hit. Gets it to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. Here's the third baseman. On the ground, out to short. Throw to first in time. Lamb steps in. They're down, but he's got a chance to get something going right here.
Yeah, you can't hit a grand slam with nobody on. He just needs to be the match that lights the fire here.
Come on,
And
Dan.
that one
Go
hammered.
hard. Go 2. Go 2.
It's off the top of the wall. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
The Brewers with the tying run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. Ripped, but it curls foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. So now with one away and a man at second. Now the Brewers clean. Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. Another homer. His second home run of the game.
That's a clutch hit at a big moment. You can't ask for a better time to get a swing like that. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
MJ Melendez digs in now. The 1-1. On the ground. As the lefty reliever does his job, just one pitch. One down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Just missed.
Ball one.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Out to short. Oh, great grab on the dive. Gathers and throws, but it's not in time. Base hit.
The effort from both players involved in this play just really stands out to me. I mean, you got the diving stop at short, which was outstanding, and how can you not love the hustle?
Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed, but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Stays alive. One out, the runner at second, and we're in the top of the eighth. Ball one there.
That's outside. That's ball two.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Now the left fielder, Josh Warner.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
In the dirt. 2 outs and one in scoring position.
Ball two.
Swings through that one for strike two. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Curley trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Man on second, 2 down. Got him swinging for the K. That ends the inning. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Now the Rockies catcher, Carter Jensen. The 0-2. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. The throw to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth. Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. Winston Shoemaker getting ready to hit. Bounced up the middle. Lamb. Rockies down to their final out. Man at first. So in now for Colorado, MJ Melendez. The Rockies down to their final strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers slug their way to a win in this one. Lamb had a sensational showing in the win. Put together a 4-hit performance.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
Charlie Lamb comes into this one fresh. Digging in, Charlie Lamb coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. Swing and a miss. Just settling in here at Coors Field. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. His 44th home run of the season, and the Brewers have the lead. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, the pitcher always wants to miss down if he's going to miss with the breaking ball. Pretty good pitch, but just a really good swing on it. He stayed down, he got through it, and he got rewarded.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. In the air, right field. Chourio on the move. And that is that. Lamb wrapped out 4 hits in his last game. He scored more runs than anyone else in his team so far this year, Chris. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. Swing and a bouncer towards third. And that's just foul. Here's a 1-2. That's inside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Back here at Coors Field. Bottom 4, Chet Williams digging in for the Rockies. Hard hit left side. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. 1 down. Here's the left fielder, Willie Francisco. Here's the 0-2. Up the middle. Throw to first in time.
The bat, number 13, shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
Ground ball to the right side. Holmes takes it himself. Play is made, 2 out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
So bases loaded with 1 away. Ryan Holmes digging in for the Rockies. Swing and a ground ball. Steps on the bag for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. First and second, 2 outs. Charlie Lamb. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. He's already homered in this game. That's the 3rd Ram. And that's the 3rd out. Brewers. Big spot here. Bottom of the 9th. Down to their final out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Jackson Chourio. 2 on, 2 outs. High fly ball, right field. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep. Lamb had a good day at the office. Only one hit, a home run.
Strong individual day, a team win. What's not to like? This is a game he can feel really good about.
Charlie Lamb, fresh off. One down. Now it's the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throw to first in time. Lamb steps in, 2 outs, down to the scoreboard, but you just need one at bat to light the match, Siggy.
And this guy's got the spark in him, Boog. Get on base and see what happens next.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame. Well, these Brewers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little
off-balance feed. There's one. On the first, save. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Runner on the move. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That clips the corner. Swings through it for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it. So 2 down. Charlie Lamb getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. First pitch swinging. Big swing and a miss.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
This one smoked on its way out of here. A 2-run shot, and they cut into the lead. It's 4-2.
That swing just injected more drama into this one. When you see a guy take a slider on the outside part of the plate and hit an opposite field home run, fires you up because not only is he flexing the muscles to show the pop, that kind of approach, you'll hit for a high average as well.
Next for Milwaukee, Josh Werner. 1 strike away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run. And that'll do it. Lamb had a great showing in this game despite the team's loss. Just 1 hit, but it did leave the yard.
Well, Boog, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time up, even in a loss.
1 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Charlie Lamb.
Inside ball.
Lamb with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Swing and a miss, blew it by him at 99. Got him swinging.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first two hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Lamb swings through it for strike one. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand.
Oh, this pitch rides in too far. That got him. Swing and a foul out of play. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
In for a strike, and now just one pitch away from surviving the inning. Good job to fight that one off. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout. Lamb working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. And Singy, he leads the league this year in runs scored. Foul ball. The 0-2.
That's a ball.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt by Esteros. Collects, fires to first, out on the drop third strike, 2 gone.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there, just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
On the ground, out to short, Lamb. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Charlie Lamb, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. He's one of the best players in the game. In the dirt. The Brewers trying to break this one open here in the top half of inning number 7.
Well, these Brewers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90.
Now this is through for a base hit. Headed for the plate. And they take a 3-run lead. Not in time. He's safe. And it's second and third with nobody out. Ball 1, no strikes. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish.
Oh, 1.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. Runners at second and third and 1 out. Now here's Trent Grisham, 1 for 3.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Breaking ball, and that got him.
That ball got him.
last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. One runs in. Here's the throw. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. And the lead is up to 5.
Well, a huge 2 RBI swing of the bat right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Lamb starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance, Singy.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it.
Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. Late on that fastball.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. The high heat, too much on that one.
Came after him with the fastball.
Stepping in, Moises Ballesteros. Silva is just 1 strike away. Rip to short, snagged on a bounce. Throw to first, ball game. And the Brewers, even this series, up at a game apiece. Lamb could have done more in this game despite the win. Had 1 hit against 3 strikeouts in this one.
Oh, Boog, not great, not terrible, just kind of an average game. Still, always good to get a team win.
Here's the veteran shortstop, Charlie Lamb. Lamb with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Brings it in, and there's 1 down. Lamb stepping in, 1 door closed, but here's another shot, Singy. This guy has a chance to deliver.
Opportunity to be a great teammate right here, Boog. Nothing says I got you like a 2-out ribby.
And that one fouled off. All loaded up here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. He gets to it with a slide. Goes to second with it. They get the out. And that will do. Moises Ballesteros stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's 1. And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Michael Feliz digs in now. On the ground to short. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. Nothing. And a foul ball. That's off
Ball,
the
that's
inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
The 2-2 on the way. This one in the air, center field. Medeiros has a beat on it. And there's 2 away. Go ahead run on base. Jordan Beck now at the plate. Up the middle, Lamb to Arroyo. What a double play that was. Inning over. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Lamb now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Coming home. Throw cut off to third.
Get out.
And he's out easily. But they do get a run. One out man at first. Now up next for Arizona, Michael Busch. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Out to short, Lamb. The throw to second is offline. And here's the catcher, Moises Ballesteros. Trying to send this extra innings. Throw to second, great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close.
Now just one swing away from potentially walking this thing off.
Lamb stepping in now. It's clutch time, Singy. Go-ahead run sitting out there begging to be driven in.
Yeah, it sounds easier said than done, but he's just got to lock in and trust the process. One clean swing could change this ball game.
Out of here! A two-run blast. And the Brewers had the lead. It's 5-3.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. That's as big as it gets right there. You take advantage of a mistake. That is an ultimate. Here it is. Watch it. I'm going to jog around the bases.
So runner at second, 2 down. And next is the Diamondbacks DH. Here's a 2-2. That's out to center field. Grisham settles under this one. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers win the rubber match of this 3-game series. Lamb really stood out in this win.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
Charlie Lamb getting locked in. 1 down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Swing and a ground ball. Triantos slings to first in time. Next for Cincinnati, Shane Ramirez. The 0-2. Ground ball right side. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Stewart rounds second on his way to third. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Batting 7.
Jordan Lawler, the next to hit for the Reds. Up the middle, Lamb. Sends it to first. That ends the inning. That one fouled off. And the 0-1.
Ball inside.
The Brewers trailing by a run. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground. Lawler fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. James Triantos, the next to hit for the Reds. The 0-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. On to first. That's the inning. Reds. One gone, runner at first. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Sal Stewart. The 1-1. Towards first. Can't glove it cleanly. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Out towards right center field. Irving makes his way towards it. Grabs it on the run. 2 away down. So 2 down. Next for the Brewers, Michael Arroyo. Bishop is just 1 strike away. And he makes the catch. Ball game. And the Reds claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Really incredible performance on the mound. You know he's going to stew a little bit over that 1 hit that he gave up, because when you look at the body of work, so dominant, if he'd have made just 1 better pitch, perhaps he'd have a no-hitter.
Lamb stepping in now, facing a Cy Young candidate is like trying to hit a marble with a wiffle ball bat. Ever tried that, Singy?
I have, Boog. It helps tremendously with the hand-eye coordination.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And that's a foul ball. Now the 0-1. And it's fouled away. Anaya was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. And it finds its way through for a hit. And a man aboard.
And with that kind of power at the plate, they'll gladly take the single to the opposite field.
Quick move to first, and he's back in on a dive.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
First offering, runner goes. Pitch in for a strike, and that's a stolen base, not even close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
That missed.
That's
That's
your
the ball.
challenge. We'll take another look.
Here.
1 out and a runner at second here in the second game of the series. Chases in the dirt, slider there. Gets to it, on to first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Well, Boog, it becomes pretty difficult as a teammate when a guy's struggling like this. You don't know if you want to go up and tell him to keep swinging it, or if you want to give him his space, what exactly he needs. But right now, it's clearly a struggle for him, and you're just hoping that somehow, some way it'll click, and he can get out of this as quickly as possible.
Next offer in there for a strike. That's strike 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit.
Ball.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get 2 outs, runner at first. In now for the Reds, Dalton Rushing. 1 for 4 with a double in yesterday's game. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. This one in the air, center field. Settles underneath it, and that is that. Milwaukee. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. rushing off of first with 2 away. Out to short. Lamb. They take the force out, and the lefty reliever does it. Now a slow roller to second. They get the force as they pass up the chance at the double play. Now a quick throw to first. Back in safe, really close. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good view.
Anaya checks the runner. Lamb dives and can't get back in time. He's picked off. Lamb stepping in now. If he goes deep here, we may not see that helmet again until next series.
Yeah, might as well order the Gatorade shower now, Boo. This place would erupt.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Yeah, that's fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Oh, look at the stop. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Go ahead run on base. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now at the plate. The 0-1. On the ground right side. Arroyo. And the lefty reliever does his job. Just one pitch to get the inning. Go ahead run on base. Cam Collier the next to hit for the Reds. The 0-1. Double play ball to second. There's one. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Irving digs in now. 2 on, 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle. They take the force out, and that's terrific work out of the bullpen. Back here in Cincinnati, bottom of the 9th inning, and this one is tied, coming right down to the wire. Tyler Soderstrom getting ready to hit. Lamb tosses to first, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Lamb digging in. Go ahead run in scoring position, and a seasoned hitter at the plate, Singy.
Yeah, if he gets something he likes, Boog, he's not going to miss it. This is what you play for.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1. The Brewers with the go-ahead run standing at second here in the top half of the 10th. And that is out of play.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Nice work there to get the strikeout.
Now here's Trent Grisham. He's been a great free agent sign. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. First and second, 2 down. And here in extra innings. Fought off foul. The 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. They miss a big 1 out, runner at second. Sal Stewart the next to hit. The winning run on second base. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Out number 2.
Up next for the Reds.
We're in extras here. In now for the Reds, number 15. And a payoff pitch. Down the line, and it's foul. Lamb digging in. Crowd's feeling it. Go-ahead run and scoring position. This at-bat just got a whole lot bigger, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. These are pressure pitches. You've got to grind it out and come through for the squad.
Fouls away the first offering. The Brewers with the go-ahead run at third, and we're deep into extras. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Swung on, belted. That one carrying. Gone. Big-time blast. A grand slam. His 47th home run of the season, and the Brewers have the lead. It's 5-1.
You're not going to be able to wipe the smile off his face for a while, Boog. He just changed the game. Just an unbelievable turn of events here. I mean, they've been putting together solid at-bats all inning. They set the table for him, and he delivered big time to get him the lead. Huge momentum shift on that swing, and now we'll see if they can hold on.
Sal Stewart, the next to hit for the Reds. Man at second. Swing, and he popped it up. Lamb settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out. 2 away. Now the third baseman, Cam Collier. This could end it. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb really stood out in this win.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Lamb digging in, big time pitcher, so he better have a plan, Singy. Otherwise, it's a short trip.
Yeah, Boog, he's just got to pick a pitch and go. No guessing, no hesitation.
Foul ball there. Lamb with 4 runs batted in his last game. Comes up empty. Just underway here in Cincinnati. Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout. Now here is Shane Ramirez. The 0-1 runner takes off.
Yeah.
Strike in there. And that's a stolen base, not even close. James Triantos, the next to hit for the Reds. Here comes a 3-2. Hit on the ground to short. Now the throw to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. Second, 2 down. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Ball.
What a stop. Over to first. Got him. Nice play. Runner at first with 2 away. Next for Cincinnati, Shane Ramirez. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Ground ball left side. And it's through for a hit. Coming home. He'll score on the board first. It's 1-0. Lamb digging in to get something started for this offense. That's the ask right now.
Yeah, you get on base, maybe things start rolling. Even a little noise can wake up the dugout.
And that one fouled off.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Chop back up the middle. Lawler on the run, sends it over to first, and he gets him. Nicely done. Lamb digging in, missed opportunity just now, but still a chance with 2 away. Big spot here, Singy.
Yeah, got to shake it off and keep grinding. A base hit here changes everything.
Swung on, belted. That one back there. And a foul ball. The Brewers with the go-ahead run at the plate here in the top half of inning number 7. Grounds one to short. Lawler. And that's the inning. Bottom of the 7th. In now for the Reds, James Triantos. Andy O'Toole. Out to short, Lamb. Slings it across. What a play.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
1 down. And now the center fielder, Corey Nicholas. Up the middle, Lamb. Whips it to first. And that is out number 2. Here's the third baseman. The Brewers down to their final strike. Line drive. And he makes the catch. Ball game. And the Reds salvage the finale of this 3-game series.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
We got it. We'll do better. Come on.
Charlie Lamb is putting together an MVP. Now, Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Dives and he can't hang on. The underhand flip, and the throw is late. They couldn't overcome the misplay. Quick toss to first, and he dives back in safely. Here goes the runner. Pitch outside. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
No, that's
Well,
a
the
ball.
best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
That's a little bit low.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
And here's the veteran outfielder, Josh Werner.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. See you later. His 21st of the year. The Brewers score first. It's 3-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Well struck right field. And in one hops the wall. He's in at second with a one-out double.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already.
Whoa.
One out, the runner at second here in the last half of the third. Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Werner up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Man at second.
Whoa.
Line drive, base hit. Lamb rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He'll score easily, and they take a 2-run lead. And next is the designated hitter. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first. 2 down. Lamb recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
That's out the corner.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Nunez under it. Out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Lamb stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Ground ball left side. They get the force. Inning over on the ground out. 1 down. And up next for San Francisco, Doug Irvin. Up the middle. And there are 2 outs. Here's the second baseman. Up the middle, Lamb. Sends it to first. Inning over. So back to the top of the order. Steve Bravo digs in now. On the ground, out to short. To Arroyo. Throw to first, but he beat it. We go to the ninth. Stepping in, Roberto Nunez. Grounds one to short. Lamb. Fires over to first. And they get the lead off. So 2 down. Now it's the second baseman. Yoan. In the air, left side. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers take the series opener here at home. Lamb with some solid production in the win.
Well, he definitely made a difference for him in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win.
One down. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. Leading the NL in home runs to start the day. He's been a beast. Here's the 0-2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the 0-2.
Oh.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it on to first. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
To first, 1 out in the second.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy.
Tatis runs. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. 1 down. Here's O'Neal Cruz. Ground ball up the middle. Lamb. And there are 2 down. Back here at American Family Field. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Well, these Brewers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Out to short. Tosses to first. And 1 gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Leading off, Thomas Sajazi. Out to short. On to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. In the air, left field, Nunez under it, and there's 2 away. So a man at first. O'Neal Cruz, the next Giant to hit. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Roberto Nunez, the next to hit. On the ground, 2 ball. They get 1. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Back here in Milwaukee, bottom 9. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. The 0-1. This one's smoked on its way out of here. He sends a rocket to left. His 48th of the year. And they close the gap. It's 6-2.
That home run narrows the gap between these two. This one isn't over yet. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Up now for Milwaukee, Andrew Fisher.
The third baseman, Andrew Fisher.
The Brewers down to their final strike. This one in the air, center field. Cruz in position. He's got it. Ball game. And the Giants even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb did well despite the loss. Had only 1 hit but made it count with a homer.
No, Boog, it was a strong individual day for him. Even if they couldn't quite get the win, this is a game he can feel really good about.
Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Foul ball. Oh, 2 now. Got him swinging.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Hard hit left side. Gets it to first.
Got him.
And that is that. Back here at American Family Field, digging in, Thomas Sajazi. The 1-1. Popped in the air, left side. Lamb settles underneath it. And a quick out, number 1. So 2 down. Here's the second baseman. Out to short. Lamb tosses to first, and they go down fast. 3 outs on 3 pitches. 1 away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Inside, almost got it. The Brewers with the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the 6th. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. Beltran in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And he walked it. And he did more than just raise the pitch count in that long AB. The walk moves the go-ahead run into scoring position. Swinging a foul out of play.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
2 on, 1 out. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Ball 2.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Now here's Trent Grisham, 1 for 2. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Tompkins on second. Lamb at first. 2 out of the inning. And he hits a ground ball right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two on, 2 outs. Got him swinging for the K. Here's the second baseman. Swing and a ground ball out to short. They get the force, and the lefty reliever does it. For the top of the 8th, stepping in, Steve Bravo. Out to short, Lamb. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. No outs, runner at first. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And that's outside. Cobain measures 6 feet 4 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, and he works in a changeup. This one in the air right field. Tatis takes it in for the out. And there's 1 away. So 2 down. Doug Urban getting ready to hit. 1 strike away. In the air right field. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
Charlie Lamb is putting together. 1 down. Charlie Lamb getting ready to hit. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. Swinging a foul out of play. Full of love with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or 2 of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Strike 2. Ground ball left side. Slings to first in time.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
So a man at first. Here's the catcher, Edwin Cowan. 0-2 now. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Arroyo to second. On to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Popped up. Lamb under it. And that is that.
pitch is out.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw. Save.
Inside ball.
Now he can't squeeze it behind the plate. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2.
That's a ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
This to center field. Hernandez. Long run. Can't get there.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boog. Even when you don't get it great, it's still...
Runners on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. Double steal.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. When you don't have a good throw behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
Ball in.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it. Nothing happening on the bases, though. The Brewers looking to strike first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Off the plate inside, and the count's even at 2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
That one misses, and the count's full. And they're all loaded up.
Well, that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
Next for Milwaukee, Josh Werner. Misses again, 5 in a row. Challenge from behind the dish here. Gap shot should score at least 2. One runs in. A second scores as well. Here comes the runner. Relay throw home. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. And they lead by 3. Lamb digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2.
Out towards right center field. Sexton gets under it. And there's one away. Man at first. Up now for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. He's one of the best players in the game. The other way. Fair ball. Osuna around second, headed for third. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. Right side. And that's just foul. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. David Ramirez getting ready to go. Cortez also getting ready. And a big swing and a miss. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
No, that's foul.
swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer.
For the
Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Joe Cortez.
And this is a really tough spot to come into as he tries to keep this one close. You almost have to forget about the runners in scoring position. They're not going anywhere. Focus on the hitter, getting that one out your team needs from you.
Now the 0-1.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. That is the inning. Back to the top of the order now. Kevin Sexton digs in now. Dwyer is just one strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb had a solid game for them, a real contributor.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
So 2 down. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. And next is the designated hitter, Gabriel Blanco. This one chopped up the middle. Lamb. The throw to first. That ends the inning. And they limit at the plate, Charlie Lamb. Leading the NL in home runs to start the day. He's been a beast. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Jenkins should have this one. 2 down. Back here in Milwaukee, all set for the start of the inning. Archie Stroud now at the plate. Out to short. Lamb. Throws to first in time and quickly one away in the second. So up next, Archie Stroud. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close. Runners at the corners here. One away. Brooks Brannon, the next Pirate to hit. 2 on, 1 out. Hit on the ground, might be 2. The flip, there's 1. And that's 2. Bottom 4, Charlie Lamb. Up now, the league leader in home runs. Every swing looks like a rocket launch.
Yeah, pitchers know what's coming. If they miss their spot, they're going to be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Here's your 1. Not just far, but loud singing. Everything seems to jump off his bat.
Yeah, but when he connects, the ballpark turns into a souvenir shop. That home run total just keeps on climbing. What did Eric Young used to say? Souvenir City.
Ball.
Way high there, and it's a full count. In the air, right field, Hernandez has a beat on it, and there's 1 down. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. He was late there, strike 1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. 1 out man at first. Now at the plate, Bart Valentine. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. We go to the 8th. Digging in, Archie Stroud. Up the middle. On to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. 1 down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. This one in the air right field, and that'll fall for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
That could be a really tough pitch to handle, a front door breaking ball, but he did a great job staying in there, keeping that front shoulder closed. He didn't spin.
Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. Throw to second. There it is. He has 90 stolen bases on the season with that swipe. That's outside. And it's 1-1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That's
bullpen action for the Pirates. Kevin Rodriguez, the closer, getting cranked up for a possible save opportunity. Ramirez warming up as well. Fouls one off. 2-2. Popped in the air, left field. 2 down. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. 0 for 3 in this one. No question about this one. It's out of here. It's their 2nd home run of the inning. And just like that, they're within a run. Here comes the crowd. They're feeling it right now.
Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Out to short. Jumps, throws, and very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Pirates, the first baseman, Michael Cortez.
So 2 down. Now it's the second baseman, Michael Arroyo. Rodriguez is just 1 strike away. High fly ball, right field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb had a decent showing in the loss.
Not great, not terrible, just kind of an average game. He's got better in him, Boog.
Walker Jenkins, the next Pirate to hit.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. Over the last 10 games.
Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw there.
He's in there. He's safe.
Safe. So runner at second, 2 down. Sexton, the next to hit. On the ground. Fires to first on the run, and that's a nice play to end the inning. Now, here's some real power at the plate. Charlie Lamb. Line to the right center field. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Nice, nice. I see you working. Check your outfield.
First offering. Runner goes. Oh, right to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position.
Pretty impressive from the 3-hole hitter. Picks up the single, then swipes second to get into scoring position. Now, that's not going to show up on the slugging percentage very much, but it works the same way for the team. Let's see if they can drive him in now. Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
And he swings through that one.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
The high heat, too much on that one.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate, so very difficult to get the barrel on.
Ball one.
Oh, right to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base. Now just 90 feet away.
2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Runner at first with 2 away. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop. Here goes the runner. Swing and a ground ball. Inning over. Home half. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Charlie Lamb steps in with an OPS that's been through the roof. Power and patience in one package. An impressive list.
He's doing damage and getting on base. That's rare. The kind of balance every manager wants, and the stats prove his work.
Inside, almost got him. Fouls it off, still 1-2. That one is hammered right field. And in one hops the wall. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
You want your best bat up with a chance to score? That's him.
And he's answered the call all season. Just gets it done for this lineup. Not sure where they'd be without him.
Ball.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Late with the swing there. The Brewers with a chance to score first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. To the right side. Gloves it on the dive. Throws from his knees. There's one. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. And it's 1-0. In the air, left field. And that will fall. And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. So digging in, Francisco Beltran. Quick toss to first, and he dives back in safely. Runner on the go. There's a ball.
Inside.
Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video.
Awesome. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. Here's the second baseman, Adrian Santana. 0-1. Chop back up the middle. Lamb. Fires in time. So bases all loaded up. Adrian Santana, the next Pirate to hit. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, a great flip. They get the out, and that'll do it. No outs. Runner at first. Odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position. He's been a great free agent side.
Francisco Beltran.
There's the strike. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. And this place is rocking. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 4-2. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Lightning fast hands to be able to hit that velocity fastball on the inside part of the plate. In my experience, when you're looking out over the plate, allowing the ball to travel, it's pure reaction to hit a pitch in that location. That's a tremendous swing.
2 outs, runner on first. And now the DH, Gabriel Blanco. The 2-1. That's the third. Fisher. And that'll do it. He's out! Lamb had a great showing in the win. Collected 3 hits in the game.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
Good fastball there. I think it was a purpose pitch. Just want to make that hitter's feet uncomfortable. And that location will definitely do it.
Got him. 1 out the top of the first. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off.
Throws to first in time. So 2 down. Now it's the shortstop. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's the third out. Inning over. Nothing. Back here at Petco Park. All set for the start of the inning. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down. That's a hit. Throws to second. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
Ball one.
Beltran went deep in his most recent game. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jorge Marquez, the rookie right-hander, is getting loose. Allen getting loose as well.
Ball.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Ball.
Good eye in that spot. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game one of this three-game set. And ball four to a board.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
This one smoked on its way out of here. He nails one out to right, and they add to their lead. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
We weren't sure it would ever land, and 460 feet later, it finally did, as we get a look at StatCast.
Well, StatCast was invented for home runs just like this one, and he had some ridiculous bat speed on that swing, man. Everything was synced up. The backspin was incredible, and that's why it went a long, long way.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. No question about this one. It's out of here. He flexes his power with that swing, and they add a pair. It's 9-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. It's really impressive how he's able to take an outside fastball, get around it, and hit it with authority to the pull side. Most guys are popping up weakly to the opposite field.
And next is the designated hitter, Russell Tatum. 2-2 now. Oh, great stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
See, were you superstitious as a player?
I'd say a little bit.
And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second. Now a relay to third.
Hey,
and it comes in too late. He's up to third on the fly out with 1 away. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Fought off foul. Two down, nobody on. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. Two aboard with one out. Here's the shortstop at the plate. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3 double play.
Got him.
And the inning is over. Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. Anthony Chavez will hit next. Grounder might be 2. He flips it to second in time. That's a double play. The ball game is over. Lamb had a sensational showing in the win.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
One down. Now it's the power speed combo. Charlie Lamb. This one in the air, center field. Morey settles under it. And there's 2 down. That one fouled off. A little out front there as he swings through it. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panicked on and throw into right field.
Now a pop up on the infield. Lamb drifts towards it, and that'll do it. Man at first, one away. Ripped, but it curls foul. Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. One down. Now it's the right fielder, Anthony Chavez. Swing and a ground ball. Lamb. Yeah, they get the out. Back here in San Diego, we go to the 8th. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
Well, these Brewers, they're being honest with themselves, struggling to make contact in this one. The strikeout has been a big issue, but at least they're going down swinging. Got to get the ball in play, though. It's time to change up the approach to focus on making simple contact and just go from there.
Hannafy, this is his 60th appearance of the year, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016.
Looking to get something going, this is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next pitch misses way outside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. And the throw out at third.
That's just a poor decision right there, and I'm sure somebody's going to talk to him when he gets back into the dugout. You have to understand who's at the plate and who's coming up. These are guys that can drive the ball in the gap, hit the ball over the fence. You don't have to worry about being aggressive.
Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Back to the top of the order. Up now the Padre leadoff man. Here goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save.
When you're trying to strike a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal at second base.
Lamb swings through it for strike 1.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Time is called here in a big spot. Maybe just reminding himself to breathe. Outside low. Now 1-2. This could end it. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. And that'll do it as they complete the strikeout to end it. Lamb with a less than great game in the loss. Had 3 strikeouts without getting a hit. Never fun.
I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. They'll need to get better games from him to have better results as a team.
Lamb steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy. An arm of top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber.
Line drive. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Take notes on that swing, kids. That was a really nice breaking ball on the low outside.
Quick move to first. And he's back safely.
Let's go, Paul.
Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. So they've still got both their challenges. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. That's the second out.
Well, a pretty big contrast in that at bat. First couple of pitches down in the zone, and those are competitive pitches, so you have to respect it as a hitter. And then with 2 strikes, ran that fastball by him up high, and there was just no catching up.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Next offering is fouled back.
These 2 guys, a lot of respect for one another.
That's
it's a
the ball.
tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Goes down looking. 1 down. Carlos Diaz, the next up for the Padres. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires in time. Lamb digging in, facing the reigning Cy Young winner. Basically the baseball version of trying to solve a Rubik's Cube in the dark.
Well, might as well call it graduate level hitting, Boog. We'll see if he studied or not.
Out towards right center field. And a quick out, number 1.
He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A two-run blast. Home run number 50 on the year, and they boost their lead. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well.
An absolute missile off the bat, Siggy, and StatCast gives us the exact numbers.
Yeah, it was a blur leaving the park, Boog. 114 miles per hour on the exit velo, man. He put such a great swing on that ball, squared it up, and just drove it out of here despite not getting much air under it.
Lamb stepping in now, got the lead, but it's far from safe. He'll try to build on it right here.
Yeah, and you love seeing a team stay aggressive. Don't wait around. Keep applying pressure.
There's a swing and a drive, and that's a foul ball.
Pick up the ball. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Handles, throws the
Out of
first.
there.
That's the first out in the top of the seventh. Here's the third baseman, Mike Bovee. And a 1-2. Up the middle, Lamb. On to first, and that's an out.
Up next for the Padres.
Here's the catcher, Miguel Ramirez. 1-2 now. Plays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Back to the top of the order now. Up now, the Padre leadoff man. What a stop. Defeat for one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. No runs, one hit.
The bat.
Now, Charlie Lamb. Can't forget the two-run shot he launched out of here in the fifth.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Ball.
Osuna stands at first with one out. That's off the inside corner. 2 balls, no strikes.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That one ripped, but foul. Drilled in the air out towards right center. 2 down. So 2 down. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Russell Tatum. Here comes the 0-1. Here's a high chopper. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers win the rubber match of this 3-game series. Lamb may not be stoppable this season as he hit home run number 50 in this game.
Yeah, and Boog, 50 homers is still a remarkable feat, even if it's more common than it used to be. You know, fewer than 40 players all time even have one season where they went deep 50 times. So hats off to him for pounding this many home runs.
One down. Now here is Charlie Lamb.
Ball off the plate.
Lamb matched a homer in his last game.
Come on, James.
In the air to left center. Stroud should have this one. 2 away. Leading off, Michael Cortez. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground. Slings to first.
You're out.
One gone, bottom half of the first. One away with a runner at third. Hard hit left side. Fires over to first. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out. Here's the center fielder, Walker Jenkins.
So clutch, you could argue.
Runner takes off. That's in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. So bases all loaded up. Brooks Brannon getting ready to hit. Here's a 2-2. Makes a sliding stop. Fires to first, and they get the out. Up next for the Pirates, Michael Cortez.
The first baseman, Michael Cortez.
The 2-1. On the ground, a second, might be two. There's one. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Lamb in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, 27 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Struck him out swinging. The high heat, too much on that one. Lamb stepping in. A base hit here could shift the vibe. They're just one swing away from changing the rhythm of this ball game.
Yeah, Boog, that's the beauty of baseball. You always have a chance if you've got a player like this to lead off the inning.
Walker Jenkins digs in now. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Comebacker to the mound. Over to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
Good sinker low in the zone right there.
Here's the second baseman, Michael Arroyo. Rodriguez is just one strike away. In the air, right field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates take the series opener here at home. Lamb had a poor showing, needed to do more.
I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. They'll need to get better games from him to have better results as a team.
Charlie Lamb will hit next. Leading the NL in home runs to start the day. He's been a beast. Here's the 0-1. Fouled off left side. Just getting started here in Pittsburgh.
Ball one.
And that skips into dirt. Jackknifes out of the way. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Stroud under it. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
This one in the air. Lamb under it. And there's one down. Back here in Pittsburgh, let's check out some notable MVP candidates so far this season. Swing and a ground ball out to short. On the run, throw to first.
Got
and
him.
he gets him. Nicely done. Digging in, Kevin Sexton. Fly to center his first time. The kick and the pitch. Runner
Ball,
goes.
inside.
There's a ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Couldn't have picked a better pitch to go on. It looked like he was going no matter what, but you steal bases so many times off the pitcher. You get that jump there, and if the catcher's great, he can make up the time, but if you've got good speed, he's not going to make it up.
Man at second. Swing, and he popped it up. Osuna takes it in for the out. 2 down. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, that two-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Close, but called a ball. And the count 2-1. Challenge from behind the dish here.
That's a ball.
And this one squirts away from the catcher. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Brewers. Man at first with 1 gone. Now it's the second baseman, Bart Valentine. Here's the pitch. Run around the goal.
No, that's
pitch
down.
misses. Throw to second. Ow!
Well, I really didn't expect him to try to steal second base because he had a very standard lead at best. If you're going to try to get there safely, you've got to get more on that lead. You've got to get a better jump. That was the difference.
Up the middle. Throws to first in time, but they cut it to 1. So 2 down. Walker Jenkins, the next Pirate to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Gets him easily, ends the inning. Number 13 walks in. If this offense were a lawnmower, he's yanking the cord and hoping for a roar.
And if that doesn't work, Boog, you better believe he's giving it a second pull.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jimmy Davila, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Ka also throwing. Now there's a bullet down the line. That's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer.
Run around the move. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight 1-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Right through there for a strike.
Ball.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. So now with 1 away and a man at second, Josh Werner up now for the Brewers. 1 for 3. Swing and a pop-up. 2 down.
Up next for Milwaukee, the designated hitter.
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. First and second, 2 outs. Michael Arroyo now at the plate. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Two on, 2 outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Lamb digging in, 2 outs and a shot to really swing the tone of this game.
Man, this would be a backbreaker, Boog.
Line drive, that's a base hit.
All right, turn, find it.
Coming home. Now he launches a throw over his head. And in comes the runner from second to score. A big mistake there. Just missed. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. Safe at the plate. It's 6-3.
Big at bat to pad their lead.
For the Pirates,
First and second, 2 outs. Josh Warner up now for the Brewers. 1 for 4 with a double.
Ball 1.
The Brewers trying to break this one open here at the top of the ninth. The lefty ready, and a 1-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Back to the top of the order now. Michael Cortez, the next Pirate to hit. 1 strike away. Out to short. Lamb. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb did a good job in the win. 3 hits in the ball game.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
One down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. And seeing they're dealing with a former MVP in this spot. That one lifted to left. Stroud under it. 2 away now. Next to hit, Steve Hernandez. The 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. Now a jump throw. And that's a nice play to end the inning. 1 out. Runner at second. Valentine getting ready to hit. Man at second. And that's whipped for a base hit. Headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He'll score, and it's 1-0. Back here at PNC Park. Start of the 4th. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Gabriel Blanco, the next Pirate to hit. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Up the middle, flips it. There's one. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Brian Chavez. The 0-2. Swing and a ground ball. In plenty of time to first. That's the third out. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a drive, deep right field. They got a foul ball. Oh, 1 down. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Coming home. And they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order.
Pirates with a new arm on the mound, William Rivera.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Activity in the bullpen. Joe Cortez, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Fouled off. He was late.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Good job at damage. Now the number 2 hitter, Walker Jenkins. Tied at 4. Lamb. Off balance speed. There's one. To first. Double play. Nicely done.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Back here in Pittsburgh, ready to begin the 8th, Charlie Lamb. Up now for the Brewers.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
Davila on the mound for the 70th time this season. And he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. To the left side, but it is well fouled. Tied at 4. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got him swinging for the K. They keep a big threat off the bases. Huge in a tie game like this. 1 out. Here's the second baseman, Gabriel Blanco. Bounced up the middle. Lamb. The flip. Got him. A beautiful play to end the inning. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Steve Hernandez, the next Pirate to hit. Out to short. Lamb. Slings to first in time.
You expect to see shortstops make great plays, and it's especially important in a big moment like that. Nicely done.
1 down, runner at first. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little tardy. They have to regroup here.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Jenkins takes it in for the out. And there's 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
The 1-1. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's 1. They get the double play, and just 1 out to go now.
They made that double play look so easy, but
So a runner at third, 2 outs. Kobe Mayo, the next Pirate to hit. Rosado is just one strike away. Well struck left field. Carrying well. Wow! Ball game!